kill animals because animals have a brain, they're sentient beings, and nervous system that experience pain. The argument is about pain. Yeah? So now, if someone willingly wants to be incurred in pain and suffer, would you say that's fine if someone consents to it?
I would say that's not up to me. I don't
So
see.
if a human being wants to say, yeah, crucify me.
I think that should be questioned. I don't
We
think that it should just be
we need to objectively
freely allowed,
understand that.
But I don't see the comparison that you're making.
I'm not making any comparison.
I'm simply taking away the lives of animals against their will. Because these animals
Let's
are...
think about with will. If somebody wants to say, okay, you can crucify me.
Do you think animals have
Human
the ability
beings-
to give consent for us to
Human
take their lives away?
Human beings are animals as well, you understand it,
yes,
right?
yes.
So if a human says, you can torture me, now, are you saying it's fine if someone consents? Let's take the consent issue, let's use about consent. There's two things, one about brains, one about nervous system, and one about consent.
Non-human animals cannot consent.
No, we're not talking about, we're talking about living things.
We're talking about veganism though, right? That's the whole idea. I'm not talking about living things. Plants are living things. I'm not talking about plants.
Veganism is about what?
I'm talking about anything that has the capacity to feel pain and suffering.
What about humans?
Plants do not.
Humans?
Well, if you're talking about taking away the lives of humans, that's cannibalism. That's not veganism.
You just said you are talking about veganism, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to we're consuming meat. Meat comes from which beings? You're talking about sentient beings. You're talking about something that has a brain and a nervous system, something that experiences pain.
Yes.
Human beings experience pain.
Yes.
So now let's understand about consent. If a human says, you can crucify me, torture me, cut my hands off, something, right? And consents to that, are you saying it's okay?
I don't agree with that. I think that should be questioned. No, I don't think that's
So,
okay.
so it's not about
But
consent
that's not
then.
what my
So let's
argument is. Do you think that animals
You're not really
ours?
responding and engaging with the questions.
Because you're
So
going
if
off
we
on a
have,
tangent that I don't think is relevant to veganism
it's
whatsoever.
very important. If
It's not
the
relevant
issues,
to the argument
okay.
that I'm trying to convey.
Are you saying the animals give consent?
No.
Right.
They
So
cannot.
is the issue about consent then?
Personally, I think
Not
that
personally.
there is no way.
Objectively.
There is no way for us to know whether animals consent. I mean, as someone who has been to a slaughterhouse myself and seen 2,000 pigs killed in a
Emotional
matter of a
argument
couple
again.
of hours,
Let's stick to the points.
do you think
Can you
that
not
there
be
is a humane
emotional
way-
and just let's discuss
do you
this
think
on an
that there is a
intellectual
humane
level?
way to take away the life of an animal that
You
wants
see,
to live?
you're again bringing up some red herrings and straw mans. Let's deal with the subject matter.
I'm talking about veganism.
I'm talking about
something separate.
I'm talking about your objection to consuming meat because what it is, you are actually making those animals that you are trying to consume suffer pain. Right. So, are you saying if an animal were to consent, it's okay? Is that what you're saying?
That's a ridiculous argument to make. I don't think that that's...
So the issue is not about
I don't think
consent
that
then?
comes into it at all.
Good.
I think that we're talking about taking away the lives of non-human animals that do not have the ability to consent.
Okay.
You know,
Have you
these
stopped all the
animals
lions
don't want
eating
to
the
have their
zebras?
lives. Okay. If you see a gazelle running down the street, is your instinct to run after it and tear into its flesh with your bare
You hear
teeth?
my question?
Is that your instinct?
No. My instinct is
because you're
for you
not
to
an
respond
obligate
that
carnivore.
when you see a lion running after a deer or a
Yes.
zebra, are you stopping that? And
No,
would you stop it?
because they are obligate carnivores. They do it out of necessity to survive.
Okay, good.
We are not obligate carnivores.
Now we're moving on. So
we
your
don't
question,
need to take
so your
away the
argument for
lives of
veganism,
animals in order for our own benefit.
let's understand that. So your argument for veganism is as long as it's for necessity, it's okay.
Yes.
If it's not necessity,
If it's out of necessity, yes, it's okay. We do
you
what
can
we need
eat,
to do
for
in
example,
order to
if there's
survive.
no plant products
Yes.
and there's only chicken,
Yeah.
then yeah, out of necessity, you should eat
Yes,
chicken.
Yes.
Yeah?
I'm completely fine with that.
Right.
I
Is
don't
that what
see
you
the
what you're saying?
argument in that.
Yeah?
but that's
So
down to your
actually,
choice. That's
so actually, you're not actually saying everyone should be a vegan as long as you
In
don't,
our society-
as
You
long
should be.
as,
You should
as
be.
long
Because
as
you live in London.
you don't suffer the animal, you don't just, eat out of luxury, yeah, for good taste. You're saying it's okay to be a carnivore.
I think that if we're doing it out of necessity,
No, this is the only reason,
then
my
it's not
friend.
a
This
moral
sign is
issue.
the only reason, okay?
Right?
You're overcomplicating it.
Yeah, so actually I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I would say people are actually harming and suffering the animals too much, and that needs to stop. Not only during transportation, not only during raising them and breeding them.
So why are
there's
we
too
doing
much.
it?
Wait a second. Let's deal with the real issue. So now, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about people actually suffering, causing the animals to suffer. So why don't you go one step further and say, look, plants also feel pain because they respond to pain stimulus. So why don't you stop eating plants?
Plants do not feel pain. Okay,
Again, there has been already Nobel Prizes won on this issue by Mr. Bolshoi, right? That animals, just like plants,
Let's say that they do feel pain.
plants.
Do you realize that 80% of the crops that we grow go towards feeding livestock? So we're killing more plants.
You're actually dealing with something that. Look, let's talk about the understanding of veganism and carnivorism and so on. So veganism, is it linked with some kind of belief system?
It's the belief that these animals are not here on this planet for us to use or exploit unnecessarily, right?
Did God intend us to be vegan?
So you're not sacrificing anything by going vegan. You're just not taking what was never yours to begin with.
Now I want to know whether this is actually linked to an ideology. Has God created human beings to be vegans?
I don't believe in God myself.
So it seems like every vegans I'm speaking to, they have an ideology of not believing in a God. So it's actually linked to a belief in the non-existence of a God, isn't it? So veganism seems to be okay.
Christians,
Hang on. Are you a vegan?
Of course.
Do you believe in God? Right. So the two vegans. Any other vegans who believes in God? Right. So now we are actually coming to a
I know religious people
point where veganism seems to be a particular ideology now in this time, driven by atheism, agnosticism. So, hang on. Why is it that I don't see any believer in God among you? Then I will make some arguments.
No, religion has no bearing in the argument against animal use and exploitation.
I just established that there seems to be a link already. Any other vegans here who believe in God?
I know
Some
many
sort of
vegans
degree.
myself.
Sorry?
I believe in a divine creator.
Are you a vegan?
Yeah.
Good. So if your God tells you to eat animals, would you do so?
My God doesn't tell me to eat.
Oh. So which God is that tells you not to eat animals?
Which God tells you to eat animals?
No,
This is about consciousness.
Wait. So you say you believe in a God. Where
I'm
has
saying
your
there's a divine creator. I
Wait
don't
a
know
minute.
whether it's a God or not.
Where has your divine creator communicated with you
I was here last week about flat Earth. You argue about everything.
One moment. Another red herring argument. Flat Earth. What does banana and flat Earth have to do with veganism here?
I'm just saying you was here last week.
Sister, one second.
You seem to like an argument.
Because now you made a point that you are actually believing in a divine creator, where your divine creator has mentioned to you that you should stop eating animals.
You should know. You should know with your consciousness.
I'm asking
shouldn't
you.
kill another animal. and
So
eat
where has he mentioned that?
it. There's no mention. You should
So,
understand that.
so it's your own made-up belief.
Have you not seen an animal cry because it loses
And I've
its
said,
child?
any other vegans who believe in God?
Are you vegan? Are you vegan?
No, I am not vegan, but
Why
I
aren't you
can be.
vegan? Why aren't you vegan?
Okay, I'll tell you why I'm not vegan. Even though I'm against animal suffering, even though I'm against all this overproduction of food and so on and so forth, you know, you don't have to eat animals. You can actually have all the proteins, as I mentioned to you, from plant-based. But why I'm not vegan is because I am not designed to be a vegan. Look at your teeth. You've got teeth designed to chew meat. You've got enzymes in your stomach designed to what? Digest animal proteins. So in your body, even from biology, you are not designed to be a herbivore.
Hold on, I want to take 1 second. Do you not believe we can live perfectly healthy lives living off plants?
Let's go back to the question.
No,
Hang
Answer,
on.
answer my question.
Wait.
Because my question has bearing within what
No.
you've just brought up.
You seem to think veganism.
Why are you shouting, actually?
I'm not shouting. I'm making everyone to hear. Can everyone hear? Good. Thank you.
But we don't really
Is veganism something that is of choice? Then you can be a vegan by your choice, or you don't have to be vegan by your choice.
It's a moral
Do I have the
stance.
choice?
It's a moral stance.
Hang on.
It's a
Moral.
it's
When
an
it comes
ethical
to
stance.
morality, do you believe in objective morality? Then what's the point? You're talking from a relative moral standpoint. I may have a higher moral standard than you. if I believe in an objective morality.
We have as a society, we have an overall basis. We know it's wrong to rape, we know it's wrong to steal, we know it's wrong to murder, right? So now we can pass that down onto sentient creatures that are causing us no harm. Why would we murder, torture and enslave them when we don't need to? We don't need to be eating them, we don't need to be using them, we don't need to be testing them. They're not for our entertainment. Oh no, Joy, I'm still talking.
Yeah, sure.
Right? They are living creatures. Why are you so arrogant that you can think you can just arbitrarily take their life away from them without causing you no harm? Like, you do not need to eat them. You can live perfectly healthy lives living off plants. That is the end of the argument. There's no argument against veganism. I don't even know why you're bothering.
Listen, that really shows you the level of intellectual argumentation that you're bringing in the discussion. The only honest argument against veganism is that if you don't give a
shit.
Right. So that speaks of your intellectual argumentation level. Never mind. So my point is this. So basically, you are against those people who take the lives of animals. Unnecessarily. And animals, they take the life of another animal because of necessity. So now we can look at your argument. If you take the life of another animal out of necessity, you're saying I don't have a problem with that.
I can't control what wild creatures
No.
in the wild.
If human beings live
If they go to
on animal meat out of necessity, you're saying you don't have a problem with that.
No, I mean, I'd prefer that they move because
No, it's not prefer. Your argument now has totally crumbled. I don't understand how your argument was in the first place. If you're saying it's all about necessity. If someone eats animal out of necessity, you're saying it's okay.
Do you need to eat
Wait a moment. Excuse me. Excuse me. I want to understand the argument again. If someone consumes meat out of necessity, why is that okay?
Well, some people are carnivores.
Why is that okay? You're still taking life of another animal, life of another sentient being according to your definition, life of another animal which feels and experiences pain. Why?